What's up, everyone? I am Jamie with Three Little Goats Homestead, and since Z has finally calved, if you haven't watched that video, I will link it up in the corner. It is time to finally do our biosecurity for the cows. Now, for us, we do this on a regular basis. We do yearly testing for BVD, BLV, Jonies, but we also test on a regular basis our stomatic cell count, which is mastitis. And to do that, we go with Central Star. There are a ton of different labs you can choose from to do all of these tests. I just prefer Central Star because they seem to make it the easiest. Now, we like Central Star, like I said, they make it really easy. We get the milk tests sample box, and it comes with a already pre-addressed box to send everything back in, which is nice. So it'll also come with your sample submission forms, which are really easy to fill out. You just fill out all your basic info. Your animal's info will go on here, and then they give you a little printout of exactly what each of the tests are and how they'll test. Like some stuff you can test with milk, some has to be blood, some has to be DNA. So we're testing Sammy for her pregnancy, we're testing for Jonies, we're testing for our BVDV, and we're testing for BLV. We are also doing our component analysis for each individual, which is their butterfat, protein, lactose, solid non-fat, and stomach cell count. So we do all this, we fill out all of our info and our sheet. And then I've already pre-labeled all of our tubes. Each tube has a corresponding number and animal for the cow, and it comes with it in a Ziploc bag. And if you hear, they come with a little preservative in them. So we will get these filled today and get these popped into the mail first thing in the morning. So there's a few reasons why we test for what we do. And the first is we sell milk here on our homestead. So having all the proper tests, even though they're not required by law, it just makes me feel a little bit better knowing that I have healthy cows and I'm providing healthy milk. Now, we also sell cows and calves and other animals, so we want to make sure that those animals are, again, nice and healthy if they ever go to a new home. I think we have a video, it's a few years old, but we do test all of our goats for the same exact things as far as the Jonies and the BLV and the BVD go. Yes, dear? The boys are doing all the hard work, pulling the milk cart. I'm just trailing behind. I think they're all down by the creek, trying to stay cool. It's a little warm today. Now, am I saying that everybody should get these tests? No, it's not necessary for everyone to get these tests. But if you are looking to get animals and grow your homestead and expand, it would always be a good idea to make sure you're doing these testing, and the animals that you get the places that you get your animals from are also doing these testing, especially if you already have animals on your homestead. The worst thing that can happen is you bring home an animal and it has one of these diseases and you have to call your entire herd. And it has happened before. This is one of the reasons why I tend to stay away from livestock auctions. Even though there are some really great ones in our area, still not my favorite place to get them because of certain diseases that can be transmitted. So that's why I don't buy animals from the livestock auctions, and that's kind of why we never show our goats either. I know there's a ton of regulations that are put into place to protect your animals, but I'm just very paranoid about my biosecurity. Now, when I've gotten every one of our cows, they have come from a farm that does test for biosecurity. So I'm not really ever too concerned, but because we have people coming and going on our property and they probably have animals of their own, they could track in stuff. And even though I don't let people into my pastures, still very paranoid about biosecurity. So we still do it every single year, even though all of our herds are now closed. We don't plan on bringing any more animals in from outside sources. We haven't in a while. So we are considered a closed herd now. But because I still have people coming in, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Now last year we did all of the cows that we had, we did by DNA testing. We pulled samples from their ears, but this year we decided we were going to go ahead and just do the milk test because it's just a little bit easier to access. We don't have to pull blood, we don't have to stab them in the ear, so we can just milk them since they're all in milk now and do the testing that way. We don't have to test the chickens though. I've never milked a chicken and I don't really plan on it.
Hey, we gotta milk Chucky too.
You can milk Chucky. I'll be on the other side of the hot wire.
I ain't got no money the first week of the month. Right up into orbit, my chicks they all abound. A landlord thinks a problem, a rent being overdue. What possible solution? I haven't got a clue. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, yeah, it's all that matters, all I pray, just to feel good at the end of the day. I've loaned on my possessions, all that I can claim. I ain't got a single penny to my name. My neighbor says he's bothered by what I cannot see. He says that I can launder falls what clothes should be. But at the end of the day, the end of the day, it's all that matters, all I pray, just to feel good at the end of the day. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, yeah, it's all that matters, all I pray, just to feel good at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you gotta feel good at the end of the day. It's all that matters, all I pray, just to feel good at the end of the day.
Alright, so I've got all the samples. Jesse's finishing up milking out Z. We know she's not going to give us a lot. We literally just milked her out a few hours ago. If you didn't watch that last video, I will link it, why we were milking Z out already. But I've got the samples, and so I've got to finish getting the jars and everything ready. Now, as far as our steers go and testing them, they were all born on our farm except Chucky. So Tex, Meatloaf, they're both born here. And Chucky was tested when we got him, and he's not even a year old. And then the twins, they were tested when we got them, and they're not even 7 months old. So I'm not too concerned with them, especially since the twins have been pretty much always away from the rest of the herd. They were in with the herd last week for maybe a few hours before they escaped. But if any of our girls for some reason come back positive for something, then we will of course test the twins in all of our steers as well. But for right now, I'm not overly concerned with them. Alright, so we just got done processing all the milk. It's kind of a slow day today. We got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 gallons. So we didn't get a whole lot from Z because, again, like I said, we milked her this morning and got 4 gallons this morning. So this is pretty much on par for what we get on a daily basis. So I'm going to get this milk in the fridge, and then that way Jesse and I can feed the bottle babies. This video because it's hot and we still have to cook dinner and we're sweaty and tired, but we'll get the milk samples sent off and we should hear back within the next few weeks, so we'll have the results in a later video. But if you're new here, this is just some of the things that we do for our Jersey girls. We have a micro dairy, so as responsible animal owners, we do these things to make sure that our animals are healthy and the products that we've put out are also healthy. And so we like to go a little bit above and beyond. Yeah, do I get them pedicures every 6 months to make sure their hooves are trimmed? I do. Is it necessary to do every 6 months? No. But like I said, our girls are spoiled and I want to keep them spoiled. So we're going to end this video. So if you liked it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We put out new videos every week, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.